I'm so glad you're tuning in today. My name is Winfred. For those of you who are who have just subscribed, and for the returning subscribers, I'm honored that you've tuned in and you're watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for telling friends. Thank you for subscribing. Today I'm just going to be making lentils, lentil bites. You will not believe it's lentils when you make them at home. They are better than meat, the way we are going to make them, and these could be good for evening snacks, party servings. They could be good for morning breakfast, kids snacks, office lunchbox, anything you want to categorize it as. They are healthy, they are filling. Join me as we make these and add them to your menus today. And below are some of the ingredients that will help us be able to make nice lentil bites. Now, what we are going to use is these lentils. This is how they look. For those of you who don't know how lentils look, this is how they look. Now, these come dry, so in case you have them, you need to soak them for about 2 hours or more. But ideally 2 hours is enough. They are like a kind of pea, but halved. You can buy whole, you can buy them half like these ones. Now mine was soaking for some time and they are right here. This is how my lentils are. They've been soaking for some time, and this is how they look after soaking for about 2 hours. This is how they look. Now, because I wanted to show you the video, I did not soak the other ones on camera. I soaked them before and then I'm just showing you now. And what is going to help me also make those lentil bites is leftover rice. So in case you have rice at home that is leftover, so like even in the festive season where you have leftover rice, don't throw it away. You can use it to make bites that can be served as evening snacks, breakfast, lunch boxes, or whatever you may want to call them. So I have leftover rice. I have some oatmeal and garlic cubes. I've got some onions and carrots, spring onions, and some salt. Now, without wasting more time, I'm going to chop up my carrots. I'm going to chop up the carrots into, I'm going to actually just grate them. I'm going to grate them so that they're easy to work with. Now I'm grating my carrots so that after this I can make it easier for my blender to work with. I'm going to blend the rice, the lentils, all the ingredients together, and then be able to make the bites that we're talking about. The reason I'm grating the carrots first is because the other ingredients are softer and I don't want to overwork the blender trying to break down the carrots because they are not cooked. I'm going to sieve the lentils and make sure that they are drained of all the water. And after that, I'm going to add the lentils to the carrots and work with them there. After that, so now my lentils are drained. I'm going to add them to the carrots. Now I'm also going to add some of the leftover rice. but I'll break it up because I want them to mix well. I don't have to use all of it. And then I'm going to put some of my green oatmeal. These are washed. I'm putting also some garlic cubes. These ones I've not worked hard to break them down because I know my blender will be easily breaking them down. I'm also putting some onions, chopped big chunks. Be generous with onions if you're going to make lentil bites. So I'm putting in quite a number, and I'm also going to put a bit of spring onions. All this I'll trust my blender to blend well and give me a finished product that I'll be able to work with after. Now when I'm done, I'm going to be mixing these together just to ensure they are all mixed well. The smell of oatmeal, garlic and onions will excite you at the end of the day. Now I'm also going to add some more rice because I see the lentils are more. And then mix, then blend all this together. And then you'll be able to see how it will look after that. Now guys, I'm going to blend the mixture of rice, lentils, green pepper, spring onions, garlic and oatmeal in the blender. Now once these are ready, they are ready for me to make the bites that I want to make, the lentil bites. It has to be like a paste so that it's easy for me to fry and make the bites. See how it is? Remember, in here is also rice and lentils. You will like it. It's easy, it's quick. Now what I'm going to do is get my hands in there and put some salt as well. So lentil lovers, this is one of those meals that you like because it's a different way of enjoying lentils. They are healthy, nutritious. I mean, lentils are one of those cereals, or if I may put, grain seeds that are healthy, that are rich in proteins, in zinc. Now I'm putting a bit of salt to taste, and I'm going to mix it up to make sure every bit of my bowl is well mixed with salt. Now from here I'm just going to make a scoop with a spoon and put in the oil, fry and be able to make the bites. These will be tasty, guys. Right now I'm smelling the garlic, onion mixture, oatmeal. Even when you don't see them, they are in here and they will be tasty. In order for my lentils to hold better, I'm going to just sprinkle a bit of cornstarch on there. Corn flour or cornstarch will do, and then this will keep it from being too sticky and it will be easy for me to work with. So if you have it, it's optional. You can either use the cornstarch or corn flour or not use at all if you're okay with the stickiness. But I'm just going to use a little bit of it. Now I'm going to prepare my pan and oil so that I can be able to work my lentil bites. Now I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of flour as my oil is cooking. That flour will keep my lentils from sticking, and then that's where I'm going to put my finished product. Now I use this spoon, it's the one I use to scoop, but for starters I need some flour on my hands to keep it from sticking and as I give it shape. You can do any shape really. This is the one I'm going for now, but you can use any shape that you like. I'm going for this one. And the finished ones, I'll be putting them there. So I'm just using a little bit of flour on my hands to keep it from sticking. And I'm scooping out a spoonful and working with a spoon. It will be a lot easier if you have some corn flour on there, because it will give it the crispness and then also be able to keep it from sticking so much on your hands. So you do this as the oil is cooking. And then you just fry when you have enough. I'm just checking to see if the oil is ready, and as you can see there are bubbles. Clear sign my oil is ready and time for me to put my lentils. Careful not to get burnt. You can make as many as you want. Guys, these are healthy. There is no flour. They are rice lentil bites. You will love them. Now I'm just shaking to make sure I create space for my other bite that I was going to put in, so that I have in there 8 bites in a go. Now as those are cooking, I'm also trying to make more. You don't disturb them, because if you do, they may stick and then it will be hard for you to take them out, or they will be joined. I'm going to let them cook for about 5 minutes, and once you see the change of color, the nice crispness or brownness, then you know they are ready. But in the meantime, I'm making more so as to match up with the time of my frying, so that by the time those ones are out, I have others coming in. And as you can see, I'm not rolling, I'm just flapping them about and coming up with a shape that I want. And once all of them are done, mindful about the bites that are frying so that they don't burn. So as you do this, this could also be added to your menu. These will go very well with a dip. Say like you have a yogurt dip, or you have any kind of dipping that you want to dip your food in. These would go very well with, because they are a bit salty, they are not the sweet type. You will love them. I'm looking for that golden color. So as this is cooking, I continue making more of my bites. Now as you can see, they've browned. I'm going to take them out and then let them cool. Guys, you will, if you serve this, everyone will be like, what is that you made? Guy, but yet it's lentils. For those of you who have tasted these before, the lentils are very, very nutritious, easy to cook, like they are 5 minutes cooking. But because we've added rice, they are rice lentil bites. They are healthy, You can have these as starters for those of you who do starters, evening snacks for those of you who have people over, breakfast. They can be added to your lunch. I mean, anything you want to have them with for us. So I'm now taking them out and letting them sit to make sure they are properly drained, and then I'll be putting in the next batch. These will be crispy on the outward and soft on the inside. So for those of you who are looking to be healthy, this is one of them. I'm first of all going to put, so that while these ones are cooling, the others frying. I'm just creating space for the one coming in, so that I can be able to have the 6 of them in there in one go. If your pan is big enough, you can go ahead and make as many in one go, but mine can take about 8. I've put 6 because the other lot will come in later after this one. Now, as the lentils bites are cooking, I'm going to be preparing my dip. This is what you will use to dip your bites in case you're not going to have them with food. You can just make for yourself a dip, and this will be good will bring out the tastiness to your bites. You will love them, guys. They will be crispy outside but soft on the inside, and the dip will just do them justice because the dip is going to be sweet. I'm using scissors because I wanted to get that fine cutting, but again, not too fine, just the way you see them. Now I'm going to use yogurt. I have yogurt here. I'm going to pour it in. It's about 400 grams of yogurt. And then you can go ahead and use any amount that you have, but this is about 400 grams. It's vanilla yogurt. And then I'm going to sprinkle in my oatmeal. This will be a good dip for my bites. If you try it at home, you'll love it. Now, time for me to take out my last bites and then plate. Now friends, this is how our rice lentil bites look like. They are crispy on the outside yet soft on the inside. Now I'll show you just by randomly picking one. They are quite hot, but look at this. Guys, this is something else. And the aromas in there, the taste is something else. You will love them. But if it comes to plating, this is how I'll do mine. Remember the dip that I talked about? It's right there. So now I'm going to try and plate my bites, because these are one of those that you put on the table and everyone picks and you get to enjoy. I'll do them like this.
And that's how I would plate my rice lentil bites. This is yogurt with a bit of oatmeal. You can go ahead and add garlic in there if you want. And just stir it up and put on the table. These will run faster than anything else. If there's a party, if there's just a meal that you're making at home, these will go faster than the rest. The white that you see the droppings is because we use the corn flour to keep it from sticking on the tray. Other than that, it's all good and ready and delish for those of you who like to use delicious. This is a bunch of goodness waiting to happen in your mouth. So until next time, thank you for watching, for subscribing and telling friends. God bless and bye-bye.